Hey everybody, super excited to be here today with Sifu Harris. Now you're here from New Orleans?
Yes.
Right? Okay, so he's currently in New Orleans, but we know you from Ming House Wing-chun over in Virginia.
Yes.
Okay, and you're Steven Sifu, right?
Yes,
is that
is
right?
correct.
Okay, I'm getting this straight, you guys. So tell our viewers a little bit about how you got to be such a badass. There's so much commitment in the position that you hold and discipline. And so random question, I'm sorry,
that's
you asked me what I was going to ask you, and it
it.
literally just came to my head, what kind of discipline does it take to get to be a master like you are?
What it takes is to just keep showing up. And it's not about doing a whole bunch all the time. It's about consistency and accuracy. For instance, I used to go up to the school when I was studying, and there's a long pole form, and we practice what we call buquan, which is a thrust with a very heavy, long, rigid pole. And I used to do 100 at a time. I said, oh yeah, I'm going to get so good. And then I realized that I was very sloppy, and so I was creating endurance, but not skill.
Oh, but the wrong way.
So I changed my plan to try and do 10 perfect at a time, which actually ended up doing more work, because every time it wasn't perfect, I would stop and start again. But attention to detail and consistency. That's really what it takes to succeed at anything.
That I love that. I feel like we should just stop the interview right there. That was so good. Okay, so you're going to be part of our stunt intensive on Sunday. So you're a little bit different than a lot of our guests here. You're not a filmmaker per se.
No.
Yet. I'm sure Steven's trying to talk you into that already, but but you're here for our stunt intensive on Sunday. You're going to be teaching a class, is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about what the people are going to be learning.
Well, Wing-chun Kung Fu, which was Bruce Lee's base art, which is the art of Ip Man, who they made all the movies about.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, my Sifu passed away in 2001, and I always had hoped that he was around. Always wished for him to be around, but when the movie came out and I went to see it, I really wished he had still been around, because there's plenty of questions I had for him because he was there.
Yeah. So give me a little bit more microphone. Make sure.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just super loud in here. So if we're not close to the microphone, it's gonna pick up everybody.
Okay.
So I have to admit, I've watched the Ip Man movies. I want to be that cool. Okay, like that dude was it. So what is it like? What is it like to know that you come from a lineage like that?
It's sort of hard to describe, and it's an extremely lucky feeling. When I was a kid, when Enter the Dragon came out, everybody that I knew, I was maybe 8-10 years old, everybody said, oh, he's the greatest martial artist in the world. And even at that young age, I said to myself, he's far too young. There's got to be some little old man in an alleyway that can beat him up with his pinky finger. Yep. What I didn't realize was I was ideating Ip Man, who actually existed, and then decades later I end up being able to study with one of his indoor students, one of his very close students. It's funny how life works.
That's amazing. I love that story. I am not that disciplined. I'm not gonna lie.
Keep showing up. That's all.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try for something. Okay. So what would you say is your favorite action movie of all time?
Wow, that's really tough.
Okay.
Well, my father really liked and made me watch, and I enjoyed it very much, an older movie called Remo Williams.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
All right. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it. And then, okay, last question.
Yes.
What is If there was one other martial art out there that you could learn, what would it be?
Probably some kind of Filipino eskrima.
Ooh, yes. Filipino, wait, say that
Eskrima.
word. Eskrima? Is that like, what does that word mean? I don't even know what that means.
It's knife fighting. They train often with sticks, but it's actually knives.
Okay.
The reason that Marines are called leathernecks is because the Filipinos were killing them hand to hand, and they would cut their necks with the knives. So they wrapped leather around their necks to help protect themselves.
I did not know that story. I've watched like Filipino dirty boxing and stuff like that, and I'm like, those people are savage. They will tear you apart. I want to be that. I want to be that cool. Can I do that?
Absolutely.
Doing Wing Chun?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. All right, you guys. We're gonna get footage from Sunday. You're gonna see. We're gonna see people in action fighting. We just thank you so much for being here, Sifu Harris.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. See you guys.
And a shout out to Ming House.
Oh yes. Shout out Stephen to TV, Stevie and Allie.